Yeah. Or
City Council.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Maitland City Council meeting of August 10th, 2026. If you would please remember to silence your phones and other devices. And also just a reminder to anybody who wants to speak during our public period, if you would fill out a form and bring it up, and it just helps us keep the records and make sure that we can pronounce your names correctly. You can do a little phonetic spelling if it gets difficult. We can use that. Let's start this evening, as we usually do, with a moment of silence. Okay, thank you. Now, if you would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. You have any old business?
No, sir.
Okay. We have a consent agenda. Does anybody wish to remove any items from the consent agenda this evening? Okay. Then let's open it up for public comments on consent agenda items 3 through 6. If anybody has any comments on those 3 items. Okay, seeing none, let's bring it back to council, and a motion would be in order.
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Lori, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Givens.
Aye.
Councilmember Shaney.
Aye.
Councilmember French.
Aye.
Councilmember Randolph.
Aye.
Mayor Lowndes.
Aye. Okay, we have adopted the consent agenda. Now is the time for the public period where anybody who has any issue would like to discuss it. Wait. Okay, yes, and we do have 2 takers already, so I'll call them one by one, and then anybody else after that is free to come on up. Mr. Reich, is that Reich? I probably got it right. Reich, okay, you're up for 2 Reichs. So there are 2 Reichs. Well, okay, let's take Wilder Reich. Yeah, actually, this one's probably better.
Sorry,
That's-
you can tell this is my first.
That's okay. We are very accommodating. You can,
I have my notes on here. Could I please
sure.
use my phone?
So just so you know, you have 3 minutes you can read from your notes. You can do whatever you like.
Okay. Sorry.
We start over when you get there.
Okay. I like to start.
Okay,
Okay. Can I go?
sure, please do. Yes.
Hi, my name is Wilder Reich, and I live here in Maitland. I know a lot of you are asking, why is a 13-year-old kid here at a city council meeting? I don't know, just kidding. But this is because I have an issue that matters to a lot of ages, but specifically to kids like me. I'm asking structure, especially better crossings connecting us to Winter Park. I really do appreciate what we already have so far. The pedestrian bridge to State Road 414 here today, and me and my brother use it to get here to and from school. So that is a great way that we already have. But once you kind of hit the eastern part of Maitland, that's where it kind of stops. So if I or my brother we live in the Domrick area, if we wanted to get to Winter Park, would have to cross a big road like Horatio Avenue or Howell Branch. I know they share names, so that's my fault. But you really have to deal with that busy road, and the crossings are few. And in me and both my brother's experience, it takes forever to get across it. So you kind of end up getting on the sidewalk, and it's just really not productive. And you kind of just almost have to be in a car to commute. So it's kind of hard for us in that way, and I'm sure it's hard for a lot of other Maitland citizens. So a recent community survey even showed that we would want more trails and bike infrastructure. So I'd ask the council, it's looking into a permanent crossing for bike and pedestrians near Horatio toward Winter Park, similar what was done with the I-4 or the 414 bridge. Not everyone wants to drive everywhere. Not everyone can. So making Maitland accessible to people who bike, walk, or use public transit shouldn't be extra, and it should be basic infrastructure. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Great. Thank you, Wilder.
You're welcome.
Okay, and we have one more taker here. It looks- Heaton,
Yes.
right.
Uh,
Okay, whenever you're ready, let us know.
I would also like to say I really do appreciate the bridge that we already have connecting the Domrick neighborhood to over here.
You got it.
Can I just consult my brother real quick?
I can't do it. Can I talk twice? No.
Yeah, we kind of have a rule against kind of passing off the time. I'm sorry about that, but
All
we're really accommodating. And Heaton, if you want to talk,
right.
we're happy to listen. So
You got
just
it, Heat.
take your
All right.
time.
Speak from your heart.
Speak from your heart. You don't,
So my name is Heaton Reich. You can call me Heat. I live here in Maitland. I'm also one of the Maitlanders, and I'm also a 13-year-old. This is my twin Wilder. I'm a triplet, and I'm here to ask the council to consider rejecting or discontinue the use of flock safety license plate cameras in our city. They are ALPRs. They read license plates, and sometimes they end up hurting or how do I say it? They end up being not beneficial to our city. And in other states, they've been used to generally just, take other information that has nothing to do with what they're built for. And it's a private, Flock is a private company. And I don't think we should be sourcing our license plate readers to private companies who can basically do almost whatever they want with that information. Sorry. And misuse isn't just a hypothetical. It's already happened in a bunch of places. A Newsweek review found officers in a dozen different states have been accused of misusing this exact system. Including it to track romantic partners, relatives, or acquaintances. One officer in Milwaukee even admitted to secretly putting a GPS tracker on someone's car after misusing Flock to find them. So I'd ask the council to reject any Flock contract, or if it's already in place, to order an independent audit of who's accessing the data and set a real limit on how long it's kept. Thank you for your time.
okay. Thank you. Thank you, Heaton, and thank you, Wilder. You are both very well spoken, and we appreciate you taking the time to come up here and address the council. All right. Does anybody else have a comment for public period? Okay, seeing none, let's close the public period. And if anybody would like to discuss either of these items briefly, we can respond or ask the city manager. Taking them first about connection, bike pedestrian connectivity is something we're all very concerned with, and we've done master plans on this and try to map it out and figure out where the most advantageous positions would be for that, and how much we can. Of course, it's all a matter of priority with the funding that we have, and I think we've done a pretty good job. And there's always more to do, and it's something that comes up in our strategic planning every year, is to figure out how to do these things. So I appreciate. I think it was Wilder. You said you were most concerned about the Horatio and Winter Park, getting over to Winter Park.
Yeah, that. And also kind of our connectors with Castle there. It's main road, but it's very dangerous, especially on the Derbyshire Road. There's a lot of cars traveling through that area. So.
Right. Okay. Right. And it is something that we do. It's very important to us. And, a lot of people get around and we think about different ways to, and look at how other cities are using innovative methods to improve the connectivity. So we'll keep that on our radar, and we appreciate you talking to us about that. And I believe it was Heaton who brought up the issues of the flock cameras. Hearing a lot about these lately, and we haven't really. I mean, it kind of came up all of a sudden, so I don't think we've had a chance yet to digest it or to talk about it. But I think it's something that we will be doing pretty soon when we start figuring out the the depth of public interest in this. So thank you for bringing both those items up. These are important issues. Anybody have any comment on that?
Do we have flock cameras on our system right now?
Yes, we do. We have a agreement with Orange County and they place some cameras within.
So it's an Orange County program.
Do we know how many we have?
No, sir, I don't.
It's around 5.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Any other comment? Okay. Thank you again. We're going to close the public period and move on to decisions. And our first decision regards the selection of vice mayor. Lori, would you like to introduce this item?
Yes, sir. Mayor Lowndes submitted his resignation and has resigned to run on May 28th as mayor effective November 2nd, 2026. It's actually November 3rd, correct, at midnight. To pursue another elected office. Councilmember Randolph has subsequently submitted his resignation on July 27th as vice mayor effective October 1st. Pursuant to city charter, the council shall select among its members a vice mayor who will act as mayor during the absence or disability of the mayor, and if a vacancy occurs, shall become mayor for the remainder of the unexpired term. So accordingly, you need to select a new vice mayor.
Okay. So let me ask, when the vice mayor's resignation was effective, is it August 1st? Okay. That's fine. Okay. So we have two items here. One is the requested action is to move to accept the resignation of Mr. Randolph as vice mayor.
That was actually in your consent agenda.
Oh, that was on the consent. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, we've already done that then. This is really just about the selection of a new one. Sorry.
Yes.
So is there any nomination for this or any discussion before we jump into the nominations? Does anybody have any? Yeah. Any discussion before we jump into this? Anything? Anybody want to?
So whoever jumps into this thing terms out in the springtime when your term would be.
Right. They would just take the remainder of my term as mayor, which is in April 25th, 26th.
26th.
Okay. And so that would accordingly mean whoever does that would surrender the remainder of their own term. I think we all.
Which is what Bill doesn't want to do, and I understand that.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So do we have any volunteers for this position?
I'd like to volunteer.
What did he say?
Do you like to volunteer?
Scott French would like to volunteer. Is there anybody else who would like to do this? In fairness, we should allow anybody to be nominated or to volunteer who wants to. No.
I thought I might become the Gerald Ford of Maitland politics. Never had a vote cast for me, but Scott, I think, would be a good guy.
Okay. So, all right. So no other volunteers, no other nominations. None. Seeing none. Is there any discussion about how we want to go about this? Does we have a second for the volunteer here of Scott French to be mayor?
If Scott's willing to do this, I will second the motion.
Okay.
I will third the motion.
Okay. I think that's
In a fourth, yeah.
fourth, and I'll make it unanimous. Fifth. That's great. I'm glad that the city will be in good hands. Not so glad you'll have to surrender a year of your term, but I guess this is a considered decision, and there we are. Well, I think this calls for a speech, Scott. I don't know. I'm just-
Well, I'll just say I've been watching our mayor, who is heading off to greater things, and really want to applaud him for setting such a great model, and also our vice mayors, Bill Randolph briefly, and Vance Guthrie before him, and just I think it's important that we have a mayor during this interregnum. We wouldn't want to be without a mayor, particularly if when the property tax referendum comes down, if it's an adverse decision from our perspective, we would want to have someone in that position. So I felt it was important that it would be something I would be ready to do and happy to do, and I would appreciate working with these great colleagues while missing you as well. And we're really sorry to see you go, John, but we wish you well as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Did you have something?
No, I'm thrilled that Councilmember French is willing to do it. He has my full support, and I know he's capable of leading us and giving Maitland what it needs.
Yes. Yes, I agree with that. I mean, Scott is diligent, very community oriented, and brings the heart of a public servant to this job. And so I'm very happy you step up to that. But again, I'm sad for the year that we'll lose of your service. So I guess going forward, and we don't have to decide this tonight, but that would probably set up the appointment for someone to sit in your seat for the remainder of the.
We have that put together and bring it back to the next.
Okay. And we would tee that up to go, I guess, pretty quickly, maybe in November. If that happens.
Would we do it before November 2nd?
No, you can't.
Yeah, we'd have to. So it would be the four of us up here making that decision.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And
you
that
may
would
start
be-
the process of selecting who it will be, but the appointment would not be until the seat was actually vacant.
Okay.
Okay.
We're planning on doing the same model we did for the vacancy that was from seat 4, and we'll put all that together. We'll just bring it back. to the next
Okay.
meeting.
And will that term expire? Will they be on the ballot? And whoever wants to run for that seat, will it be on the March ballot, or will it be for a year and a half?
No, it's just for the next election.
Yeah, it's till
For the
March.
remainder of the
Okay.
next
All right.
election.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Would you happen to know that date of the term expiration off the top of your head, Lori? Is that March 2027 or?
So it would be for over a year. It would be more than just the mayor's election. I think it would be the following year, right? No?
Okay, so the mayor's election is for a full 3-year term,
Right?
whom, Councilmember French's seat is up in 2028.
Right.
And so the seat will be for a year.
Until March of 2028. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, well, I think we understand where everything lies now. Thank you, Scott, for doing that. And that's our only item outstanding tonight. Any reports from Mr. City Attorney?
No, sir.
Okay. City Manager,
No, sir.
Madam Clerk,
No, sir.
anybody on council have any reports?
Just to remind everybody that the ribbon cutting for the new art school is at the end of the month. So hopefully everybody can attend that.
Right. It's a bell ringing though, not a ribbon cutting, as I understand.
Yeah. That's what Andre did in 37, but since it's not New Year's Eve.
Right. Okay. All right. Good. Anybody else? Anything? Okay. Seeing nothing, let's adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
This is a record.
This is a record.
I was going to try to drag it out, but I couldn't.